Hello, my name is Faye. I'm 13 years old. I have recently just started secondary school. It's hard sometimes getting around the school and being able to do my work and also hanging around with my friends, as I suffer from cerebral palsy. I have had this condition since I was born. I rely on my mum a lot to help me with everyday tasks.
I'm Faye's mum. Since she was born, she has suffered from spastic dysplasia, which is a type of cerebral palsy that affects her legs and muscle movement. Cerebral palsy is not a progressive condition but can cause problems for her later on in life. Her condition is chronic, which means it is lifelong. She can have involuntary, unexpected muscle contractions. Often the muscles in the legs will change from being very loose to tense without warning, and it makes it hard for her to control her movements and also her posture. Faye was born premature, and it was a difficult labour, during which her brain was starved of oxygen and was diagnosed with cerebral palsy between 6 months to a year old. The doctors were concerned that she was not developing correctly. The health visitor kept regular checks on Faye when she was born and noticed that she wasn't developing properly. Diagnosis of cerebral palsy is made through development by observing the child's motor skills, development in sitting, crawling and walking. Faye showed further difficulties in her movement, posture and control of her muscles, which ultimately led to a diagnosis. The health visitor referred her to the doctors, which she was then diagnosed with spastic dysplasia. She was then referred to a physiotherapist to help understand, deal and control with the muscle movements within her leg. Jade, our physiotherapist, is great. She has helped Faye so much with her development and muscle movement since she was diagnosed.
My name is Jade. My role is to help Faye rehabilitate her health, which is considered one of the most important aspects of treating Faye's condition. Usually children with cerebral palsy experience mobility function, posture and balance challenges of varying degrees. Faye's physical therapy focuses on basic mobility such as standing, walking, climbing stairs, reaching and even operating a wheelchair. Because of Faye's condition, she doesn't always need to use a wheelchair but must use physical aids. When Faye attends her sessions with me, I help train and strengthen her muscles, these being the arms, legs and abdomen muscles. The goals of physical therapy is to maximise function control of the body or increase gross motor function. The main goals I set out to achieve for Faye are to develop coordination, build strength, improve balance, maintain flexibility, optimise physical functioning levels and maximise independence. I identified mobility issues when she was younger. These still arise today, but she has become less dependent on her parents to move around. I developed a course of treatment that will be ongoing throughout Faye's life. Some of the treatments involve exercises, stretches and adaptive equipment designed to achieve mobility.
I like going to physiotherapy as it helps me understand my condition and how to control my muscles tightening in my legs. Sometimes it can be painful if I don't do my exercises and my muscles tighten. Sometimes this can happen when I'm at school and the teachers can't understand what they need to do to stop the pain in my legs. This can result in my mum having to come into the school to help. I even have to go home if the pain gets too much. This can affect my schoolwork and I hate that. One time I passed out on the playground when I was with my friends. They didn't understand why and they were very worried. I later then woke up in hospital, not knowing what had gone on. The doctors told me I'd passed out from the pain in my legs as it was hurting so much. When I got back to school, it took a while for my friends to understand why I passed out, and they are sometimes scared to hang around with me.
I'm Faye's teacher, Miss Clark. Faye has been at school now for around a year. She's progressed well with her mobility around the school, schoolwork and also forming peer relationships with other children as well as staff, as she's found it difficult when she first arrived. Faye has an IEP, which is an individual education plan. As she is a child with special educational needs, the plan is specifically designed around her needs. It helps us to decide what local services we may need to get involved to help her with her needs, and also help her progression with her school attainment. Faye is progressing well within her education and is meeting her targets for the year. Faye is finding it hard to form peer relationships and join in with activities such as PE, out-of-school activities and trips.
I hate not being able to go on trips, and my mum and dad are always busy so they can't take me. I always feel like I get left out, and the teachers don't seem to care either.
I feel that my daughter is doing well within school, that lacks confidence with socialising with friends. She finds it hard to go out with her friends as I work full-time and so does my husband. This results in us not being able to take her on trips with the school or take her on after-school activities.
Because I have cerebral palsy, it means I can't go places with my friends. I hate it. When they are planning on going shopping and going places on a weekend, I can't go because my mum doesn't think I'll be able to manage. It is really not fair. I wish I could just be like them sometimes.
I'm one of Faye's friends. We always invite her places, but she always has to say no because her mum won't let her go anywhere. Sometimes we feel like we leave her out, but we can't help it. We told her mum that we would look after her, but I don't think she trusts us all. She misses school a lot, going to appointments and things.
I've had a lot of help from my parents, but also charities that support my condition. I'm very grateful for the wheelchair they provided me. It has given me more independence, confidence and support in my mobility. It means I can now go to school and get around more easily.
We've had a lot of help from the local cerebral palsy charities. They've helped us get Faye moving and even donated us a wheelchair so she can access school better. She's been given many opportunities to help her feel equal to other children her age, as well as being able to have a childhood where cerebral palsy hasn't affected what she can do.
I'm a charity worker and I work for the organisation Scope. I offer help and support for children with cerebral palsy. The charity aims to offer as many opportunities for children like Faye so they can have an enjoyable childhood. We have helped Faye with her and her family by donating a wheelchair so she can have access to places with more ease. We know this has benefited her within school as well. Faye has been a great supporter of the charity and has helped donate money to us. She joins in on most of the events and her family have also joined in on our marathon. It was a good way to raise money for the mobility age which can help her and other children live a more independent life.
Within the school, there are many different specialists that aid Faye's education daily. For example, Faye has issues with her mobility and consequently can struggle to get around the school independently. We know that it is typical that a child with cerebral palsy suffer from this problem, and this in turn has affected her in school dramatically. We were aiming to refurbish the school so that we can cater for children like Faye now and in the future. One essential specialist that Faye sees both in and outside of schooling hours is a physiotherapist. A discussion with Faye's mother showed us that another specialist has been of great benefit to Faye, which is a health visitor. Her teachers and I have seen great improvement from the sessions in her walking and use of gross motor skills. We are very grateful for the support and the help we have received from the services. Faye handles her condition amazingly well. I know she does well at school and has lots of friends. Our home has fitted around Faye's individual needs so she can have an independent life. Everything is accessible and adaptive for her. We always try and push her towards opportunities that come her way and activities that she can participate in. We are so proud of Faye.
My condition does limit me a lot. I can remember when I was younger and I had to rely on my mum and dad for almost everything. Being more independent and having friends at school helps me take my mind off my condition. I feel like a normal person sometimes when I'm able to hang around with my friends. I try my best with everything and try not to let my cerebral palsy get in the way.